So just got done testing my 5K. So it's January 5th. It's like just before 6:30. So came into the gym here to test my 5K. So it's been kind of a while since I've been running. Kind of last year dealt with some knee injuries, kind of PCL, meniscus, kind of both knees. So from training jiu-jitsu, I kind of just got a little bit jacked up. So I hadn't really been running. I do have the ability to like train jiu-jitsu, I guess. Hadn't really impacted me. I guess recently, in the beginning, it was pretty rough trying to train still. But yeah, just wanted to make a quick note of testing that 5K today. So I ended up doing 34:48 for my 5K. I'd say that was pretty tough. My right knee still kind of was aching a little bit during the run, but nothing crazy. But yeah, I wanted to definitely kind of put like what that test was here in the beginning of the year. Kind of a big goal for this year is gonna kind of just physical fitness wise, get my running back. Actually gonna do kind of a fun event with Brittany. But yeah, I wanted to just put out here what those results were, so I can kind of go back to it at a later date and kind of see where I'm at there. I'll probably want to test the 5K again in a few months, maybe March, April, and kind of see where we're at there. But yeah, as you start the new year, I'm kind of looking at like what the goals are going to be for the year in different aspects of my life. And I guess the biggest thing I want to kind of make more of these little videos just to keep for myself and, maybe look back at it. I think that was the biggest struggle this past year, was just setting these goals and maybe not accomplishing them per se, but kind of just feeling like a failure, even though there's definitely progress that was made. But this past year was a pretty big monumental year where we had our daughter Luna, and that was obviously a big event that kind of just altered completely our lives. So I'm not, at all mad at that. I'm, extremely grateful that we have a healthy, beautiful girl. And as I look at now, starting this year, kind of thinking like, okay, what are my goals as a father, as a husband, and as an athlete, wanting to still compete in jiu-jitsu and see, what level I can reach there, financial wise with work, and as a son, as a brother, like what are my goals? And as I kind of sit here and kind of think about that, I kind of want to do an actual like list of like, hey, what are some goals that I want to accomplish this year? But as I sit here thinking about like what I would like as my goals, it's kind of daunting in a way where I don't know, you're always kind of chasing these goals, and sometimes it just feels like you're not doing enough, and you're trying to get to the point where you're like, okay, like I need to be the best dad that I can be the best husband that I can be the best athlete that I can be. And when it feels you're not moving the needle, it just feels like you're failing. And which I'm not saying, failure is a bad thing, but like, if you're always in this mindset that like, hey, what I'm doing is never enough, I don't know, it can be exhausting if you're kind of just beating yourself down and being like, hey, you're not doing well enough, you're not doing good enough, you're slacking, you're this, and then it's like, then you can't even like enjoy, when I'm at home and I'm thinking about like, okay, I'm doing my duty as being a good dad, but then you're like, oh, well, I'm not doing enough. I'm missing out on work and, making money to financially, put us ahead, or like, hey, I'm missing, a training to help my jujitsu to get more competitive. And, then you're at training and you're like, oh man, I'm missing time with my daughter, with my wife. And it's just like this kind of like beating that you're kind of just taking mentally all the time. And then like you're not actually enjoying like any of it. I don't know. So that's kind of something that I'm kind of working through right now as I start the new year here. And kind of just, I guess, wanted to, one, obviously record my 5K and have that noted down. But just kind of random thoughts as I'm kind of stretching out here and cooling down here from that run. But yeah, kind of just new year and kind of let's get after it.